manner of life. The way people worked, times that they worked, and the economy that was here were all kind of impacted by just simple things like being able to manufacture a yarn using marble. Samuel Slater had already completed an apprenticeship in England. He was being groomed to become a mill manager. But I had the feeling he was an ambitious guy. When he came over here in 1789, he had the know-how. He knew how to start a mill, but he didn't have the funding. He certainly didn't have the money to do it. Moses Brown was really interested in starting, his family products were very well to merchants and traders, businessmen. So the vision and the money.
I think the biggest impact of school that we have was the fact that from the very beginning understood that the workforce on the property, they paid in whole hard cash. So those little kids that worked there, whether they were 5 or 6, 7 years old, whether it was the young teenage girls who were weavers, they all went home every week or two with a silver dollar. And when they went back to that farm, their mom and dad had never seen money like that. They were always bartering and trading and sometimes trying to get rid of the kids themselves. When those kids came home with silver or some type of coinage, the parents would simply ecstatic and would send every kid they could possibly find. Within 20, 25 years, virtually every stream, almost every brook in our island that you could get some kind of flowing water to run a water bed meant that there was a tremendous explosion of manufacturing activity, not only on our island, but it spread quickly throughout the northern states. And that meant lots of people left the land, left farming forever, and they hitched their future with a manufacturing system for good or for that. Within a generation or two afterwards, Rhode Island became the beehive, really, of the nation. We were making every product from A to Z, from the cheapest, lowest, worthless material to top shelf machinery, and there were jobs for the unskilled, the skilled. With that, of course, came wave after wave of immigrants, beginning with the Irish Catholics fleeing the potato famine, French Canadians coming down to fill the bills after locals had left the fight in the Civil War. And then, of course, by 1900, you've got the Mediterranean invasion with all kinds of different people from that area of the world. And they all found
I was more than a backboard. The work around here was textile. My neighbor was a supervisor at the Lafayette Worcester Company on Allen Avenue.
Y'all gotta realize this guy, I don't remember when this was made, not that long ago, okay? He was one of the last workers. These factories stayed open for a long time, okay, all the way through World War II. So he was one of the last ones before they closed down. Don't think he was one from the 1700s, please don't think that.
And I started there in the summer, and it was very, very hot and sticky. And it flying all over the place, and you had to feed the machines that were about 50 feet long.
Of course, the worst department of all I thought was the weaving department. The noise was definitely the lint, the ability, always so well dressed despite the fact that the situations were so horrible. Fresh cotton dresses and starched aprons and hair in a hand.
Geez, that ain't no crap.
Experience.
Oh God.
Well, I can't think that it was bad, because the best advice I got in the mill was from the superintendent who told me, is this what you want to do the rest of your life? And I've carried that to this day, and I really thank him today for having made me think about my future. I became a high school teacher in Tucket High and taught history for 30 years.
although there were fits and starts over the years and over the decades, There was never a moment really when the rug was fully pulled out from all of these original industrial endeavors. And so the loss of these jobs was incremental. The factory moved here, the factory moved a couple of years later. And nobody really understood or even recognized it for what it was. People were moving around as early as the 1890s. It was really the Great Depression. And even to an extent, maybe the decade before, when folks began to realize what was going on. Because by the time the Great Depression gets here, it's a little too late to do anything about it. World War II gives a short amount of breathing room, particularly to Iran. And almost every shuttered factory, mill, industrial endeavor reopened. There was virtually 0% unemployment from Pearl Harbor to the end of World War II. If you wanted a job, there was one waiting for you. But no sooner had that conflict come to an end, and we shut it all back again. This time we now stay.
No, he's not gonna shoot up anyway. If your mama have good, he on demon mode in this bitch. Demon dog ain't got no head on.
Brown University, particularly with its medical emphasis, Rhode Island School of Design, the state colleges, URI down here with oceanographic endeavors. All of these are part of the New World Order. I think all of these things are going to come together in kind of a knowledge empire. I see that on the horizon. I think a lot of people will sense it, anticipate it. Will it be here tomorrow? I don't think so. We'll be here in a generation. I think that'll be right on the money.
I hate bells. I think bells.
Shut up, Dylan.
Give you a second, all right? Any little sentences or anything before we start the next one?
Yeah, right.
By the way,
Oh my lord.
no one made 100.
I wanna eat my dog.
Dude,
This is
yeah.
racist. Oh my god, we are
Which is
racist.
an 80. All the way to,
Race.
can't remember, mine's 11 or more, so I can't remember. Okay? Be ready to retake.
Can you say mine out loud? I don't really care.
You can just.
Either do I don't care.
Samantha, do you care? -4. Roland, do you care? -5.
Oh.
Anna, do you care? -5. Morgan, do you care? -5.
75.
So, and if you gave me extra credit, this does not include extra credit. Okay?
I gave you
I
extra.
sped run the
Minus
test.
8.
Trash.
What? When I gave you my
Jackson,
papers,
do
mine's
you
full.
mind?
Sure.
You went -7. Dylan, do you mind? -9. Michael, do you mind?
I mind.
Do you mind? Okay.
What's wrong with you?
Harrison,
I sped run the test, man.
Marcy, do you mind? -7. Riley, do you mind? Julie.
How I feel about that?
Speed run your mom.
Yeah.
Why don't you come get my voucher?
I'm
Nah.
gonna speed run your mom, Michael.
Ian.
Jackson, you look like a pro.
What is that
David,
on?
do you
YouTube.
mind? No, you do mind?
Hi.
Cause I'm so famous. Demon dog with the hat. Demon dog gonna shoot your house up. That's not gonna happen. Okay. That's not gonna happen. He's not gonna shoot up my house.
One of you people that did it, that cared.
That isn't gonna happen.
Bang, bang, bang.
You
Bow down where
know,
you're
stop.
from.
Don't you dare. No.
Chill.
Demon dog
Yeah.
be at the trap house.
That's what I said.
Trap
That's pretty good.
He ain't got no. He ain't got no whip. Shut up.
Alright, anybody else? Who
Michael.
said, don't say it out loud, who wants to know what
Dylan.
you did.
Michael needs to.
Dylan, you like boys.
No problem.
Yeah. Stop.
Did you get to know your? Michael,
I
they want to see what you did.
Yes,
you
ma'am.
What you get? Did I get mine?
Alright, I'm taking over.
What are the comments?
Alright, demon dog.
I didn't get mine.
Trap house. You ain't got dumb ape. He ain't gonna shoot on my house. You are a dumb ape. Jackie Chew. Oh my god. You chimp. Chimpastic. Church. Chimp time. Jackie Chew. Oh no. South Asian. Chimp.
Especially with you guys, with me not being in here.
They got the teeth
What did you get, Michael?
I'm gonna
armed
go watch Amy get
and
her project.
dangerous.
I will hopefully, once Amy's done with her senior project, be able to come back in here. Okay, hopefully I will not get trapped 6th period in the library the whole time.
That
Um,
was bozo. Look at this bozo.
Coach Swan is gonna come in here. I will tell him to give the retakes to you. Once the retakes are done, you've got an online lesson to do. So make sure your computer is
Yeah.
charged. You
No,
got your
Alpha.
earbuds,
Alpha
whatever,
on
okay?
guy. He like
Alright,
a
now,
chump.
next video.
The coach.
Oh,
I shouldn't even-
No, the person that used to be in this.
Shut up, Dylan. Hey, shut
Now
up.
that I
man.
got your attention,
I need you to take notes for me.
the name,
'Cause I'm doing
Lowell
business.
Mill Girls, okay? There was, Francis Cabot Lowell, Lowell,
This is how I make my
that
money.
decided
You
he
won't
would
make fun of that.
or he would create a boarding school for women once they got a certain age, especially the age, to leave their homes, get off the farms, and actually be able to have a chance to make money.
I'm gonna end the stream if someone
yeah,
doesn't donate me
fine.
$30,000.
Guys, shh.
Stop.
Lowell, Massachusetts, located 30 miles north of Boston, was once a booming industrial city. Founded in 1821, the city on the Merrimack River is named after Francis Cabot Lowell. After becoming a successful merchant in the United States, Lowell traveled to England, where he spent 2 years studying the inner workings of the textile industry. Lowell brought his knowledge back to the U.S. and with his brothers and business associates, formed the Boston Manufacturing Company. The waterways in Lowell proved to be perfect to power Boston Manufacturing Company's power lines.
I need
Lowell pioneered the
$30,000.
employment of women in factories.
I will end the
Because of his
stream.
influence, the textile corporations
I
recruited
fucking
women
like
from New
that.
farms and villages. Corporations advertised in newspapers and pamphlets, looking for girls aged 15 to
Edit
25.
the description.
In the early 1800s, the father was the property owner and head of the household on the farm. Women shared daily tasks of strenuous chores, cooking,
Naji
cleaning, and
out.
making clothes. Farm life proved increasingly difficult for young
You
women.
finna get shot, boy.
Growing numbers of
Stand
New
up,
England farm families faced severe economic difficulties.
All I wanna
For
do
many young women,
is see
the choice
Tupac
to
and
leave
Cuba.
home and head to the city was often a necessity. Once in Lowell, girls would meet new friends, study, work, and earn money. The majority of the mill girls lived in boarding houses. These large corporation-owned buildings that were 3.5-story brick row houses held 20 to 40 people. They had a kitchen, dining room, parlor, the keeper's quarters, and up to 10 bedrooms. Each boarding house was run by a female keeper who was in charge of making sure the girls acted in line. The keepers enforced curfews and strict codes of conduct. So look at this, your cool boy.
Oh wow.
As an oven, okay?
All I need.
A little bit easier, okay? She also has a warming oven, all right? So here she is getting up at 4:30 with the girls, okay? Maybe she's ready to get off the door. She has, as she starts her breakfast and is cooking, she can actually, get some for food, put here, she can, so that when they arrive for their first meal at 7 o'clock,
So they got up at 4:30, but they didn't eat breakfast until 7. They worked until it was time to eat. 30-minute breakfast, and went back to work.
They didn't work on that, that was school.
Come right to
They didn't go to
the
school.
I'm making my money here.
The work, it's factory. It's like a boarding school, it's a factory.
If anyone can give me the small amount of money that I asked for, stop laughing.
So usually what happens is they're there about 5 hours, they dust off the machine, and then the water's running to the factory, so they can turn the water down, and now the machine starts running.
Sex talk, no sex. I'm getting mad now.
They turn out the machine, they walk back to the individual warehouse, they sit down at the dining table and start eating. That is the first break of the day. They're gonna have a 30-minute break. Within that 30 minutes, they have to walk here, sit down, eat breakfast, and get back by 7:30.
Gloke boy.
Most mill workers shared living spaces with relatives, friends from villages, or strangers. Their bedrooms provided little privacy. Typically, 4 to 6 people slept in a room, and 2 women shared a double bed. Despite the overcrowded conditions, communal living in the boarding houses fostered close bonds between working women and helps new hires adjust to factory toil and city life.
Don't put me in these predicaments, sir. Okay.
Work in the factories was grueling and demanding for the mill girls. The men who ran the corporations and managed the mills sought to regulate the moral conduct and social behavior of their workforce. Within the factory, overseers were responsible for maintaining work discipline and meeting production schedules. Workers were expected to observe the Sabbath, and temperance was strongly encouraged. Most textile workers toiled for 12 to 14 hours a day and half a day on Saturdays. The mills were closed on Sundays. Typically, mill girls were employed for 9 to 10 months a year, and many left the factories during parts of the summer to visit back home. Despite the long and strenuous work days, the mill girls found the time to read and write. They established groups and circles to share poetry and other writings. With their earnings from the factory, they were able to buy new dresses and supplies necessary for city life. They also actively participated in early labor reform through legislative petitions, forming labor organizations, and
Do I know
contributing
you?
essays and articles to newspapers.
If I do, your ass
The
will
factory
be
mills and
grass.
wool revolutionized the textile industry for the world. The girls that worked in the mills were the first women in America to step out of the traditional domestic role and make a life for themselves.
All good.
Make sure y'all realize what's going on in this third period, fifth period, you're my third period also. About handling. Yesterday, you were supposed to finish the questions 1 through 3 for page 429. If you did not get that done, it's not due till Thursday, okay? Today, you took notes over the 2 videos. Those will be taken up on Thursday. I want you to read page 443 through 434, where it says workers organized. Right here, basically, workers organized, okay? See that? Yeah. I got more things to start. You're gonna read this. You're gonna read the back of it. You can turn it right. Read the back. Summarize what you just read, okay? I'm looking for, why did the workers feel like they needed to organize? What is a trade union? What was a trade union? We still got them, okay? What are strikes? And who is Sarah G. Bagley?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's summarizing 433, 434. I'm looking for that stuff, okay? Then you're gonna answer on 434, just 1 through 3. Okay, don't worry about the graphic order, that's okay. Just 1 through 3. If you don't get all this done today, that's fine. Because tomorrow, I'm giving you class time to finish what you need to finish. Okay? If we get done, we will review for the quiz. The quiz will be on Thursday. Thursday's when you'll turn in the quiz and you'll turn in all this work for a completion rate. Does that make sense? The PowerPoint is on my DA under topics. The link to those 2 videos are on my DA. I don't know if they'll play or not. It's that whole YouTube, Bitdefender, and Google. You may have to use your cell phone, but they're on there. Okay? Yeah, that'll stay up there. Okay? And Jack, I don't know if you missed it. Don't worry about how to do all this homework. It'll be due Thursday. Tomorrow y'all be class time to finish up whatever you get that. Okay? Now, here's the deal. For me to give you a whole class tomorrow to work on what you need to finish, you gotta work hard today. Okay?
He's not.
Right? You gotta focus, got it?
No, he's not. It's probably in Cuba.
Wait, Anna, did you say that because you knew she was
He wants to do stuff with you.
That is so smart, Andrew.
Segs. James Charles. You would do that, Michael. No. But I wouldn't.
Give those answers. All right, you check. Here, y'all been acting